Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining me in this video. Today is Friday, the 29th day of August 2025. In all my security reports that I am bringing here on YouTube, have you ever seen me stressing on the head of Boko Haram? Have you ever seen me stressing on the head of all these militia called bandits? Their head, Bello Tuji. Do you see me stressing, the Bello Tuji? Why is he not stopping? Why is he not doing this? Why is he not doing this? No, I don't do that. Do you see me stressing about other group Mahmoud? I don't do that. Do you know the reason why? They are not the problem, but their sponsors are the problem. And as I do say, without the truth, you cannot have a victory over anything. The knowledge of truth to anything will give you victory to that thing. Now, in this video, we are going to talk more about the insecurity in Anambra State. Who would imagine that Soludo, as a governor, after his boys has been caught kidnapping, not once. His boy has been caught kidnapping people. They have kidnapped people once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. Soludo still retained them in the security outfit. For what reason is that? Stay with me in this video. Not only that, these Soludo security men were caught. They stole car, they repainted it. They started using it for their security, outing. When you hear about unknown gunmen insecurity in the southeast, I do tell people that there is nothing like insecurity in the southeast. These are hybrid insecurity. They are motivated, sponsored by the politicians in the southeast. Now, do you like what is unfolding from Anambra State? The confessions of the House of Assembly members. One confessed about the killing of Azoka. Another one endorses the confession that they knows what killed Azoka. And they linked it to the governor. And the people who killed Azoka were arrested. They said they escaped. I want to connect us for you. Now, the illegal detention, human rights abuses by this Soludo security outfit is unchecked. Why? Because the government is backing them. Okay, how can these people be caught kidnapping? Kidnapping is a death sentence in Nigeria. But these people are still allowed to start operating what they are operating. Who is actually the head of this unknown government in the southeast? Who is actually breeding the insecurity in the southeast? In this video, I'm going to reveal to you what is actually going on. Now, and let us start with this video. A lot of you, have been following Harrison Gwamnishu. If you have not been following him, I want you to follow him on Facebook. The guy is doing a very marvelous job when it comes to insecurity. And my interest is all about insecurity. Now, he made a statement that justifies a video I made 7 months ago. He said that they have been complained, fight to the police. After the Soludo boys, I will call them boys, they are not men, kidnap people. They steal car, they collect ransom, and so on and so forth. In this life, in Anambra State, and everybody is keeping quiet, calling ipob. Anyway, take a listen to this video, and I'm coming back to explain to you how these people have pushed the narrative to all this ipob and ESM matter. Stay with me.
Good evening, Deputy Commissioner of Police, Prince Olumuyiwa Adejobi. I wanted to forward this video to the IG, but I don't have the IG's phone number or his WhatsApp number to forward this video to him. And he may not be on Facebook to follow me or watch this video. So I believe, and I know that you watching this video, it will get to the IG. Please, for humanity, for greater good, look into Anambra State. Anambra State, look into Anambra State. The Anambra State Police Command have no control over vigilante, over the local security they have in Anambra State. I don't know what's going on. But they need to look into the activities of this local security in Anambra State. You need to look into them deeply. Last year, let me just drop this, only this one. Later I can drop others. Only this one. Last year, a man came to our office and said he escaped from kidnappers in Anambra State. He was kidnapped, then he escaped from them. From the description he gave, another man again that was kidnapped from Asaba, a footballer. The same description that this man that escaped was the same description that this man in kidnapped from Asaba also gave. He narrated how he was kidnapped. The footballer in Asaba here, he was kidnapped from here, then released around Nkwele in Anambra State. And the footballer said that those people are security operative. This same man, the other man that escaped from Anambra State, said that they are security operative. Ubago wrote this petition to area command on Onitsha. Suspect was arrested. They also stole that man's bus. The one that escaped, they stole his bus, converted the bus to their own, changed the color of the bus to black, because they thought that man died in the bush there, but the man managed to escape. These people involved in that kidnapping of last year, arrested by the area command on Onitsha that same last year, they are still operating as local security. I'm telling you, that's the reality. The Anambra State Police have no control over them in Anambra State. Oga DCP Adejobi set up committee. If you set up, you know, a lot is going on in that state. I don't know. The governor should look into this too. Professor Charles Tuludo, look into it deeply. A lot is going on. A lot of kidnapping is going on within your state. A lot of kidnapping.
Now, what caught my attention in this video is that they kidnapped someone. They got to the bush, they shot him after beating him, and they thought that the guy has passed on. So they now took his bus, repainted it, and started using it for their security outfit. Maybe they must have collected money from the government that they want to buy a bus. They will eat the money and now repainted the one that they collected from their victim that they thought is dead in the bush. Now, I want to draw your attention. Most of the time, they will take you to the bush and show you dead bodies and so on and so forth. Who is actually killing those people in the bush? You know, it is easy to just point finger without a proof. It is easier to say it is ipob, it is unknown government, it is ESN, it is this. That is just a mere words. Do you have the proof? Do you have the proof? Because every now and then we have a concrete evidence linking to these people. We have concrete evidence linking these people of the activities. You are using the bus you stole for local security outing, still going here and there, breaking people's bone. And part of them that is breaking people's bone, they are kodo, okay? Is that what they call them? They are kodo, something like that. Military was, demolishing his house because it's part of the non-government. But if we come out and say this, they will say, keep quiet because you are supporting ipob. I talk reality out of issues. A lot of people who started following me don't know me. So if they see one or two videos, they think that is the way I want things to go. No. If you check all my videos, I don't support rubbish. I don't support crime. I come out to talk reality out of issues, and no matter whom it affects. So I can say something, you will be angry, it doesn't concern me. As far as what I'm saying is the truth. If you did not understand that this is the truth today, give yourself time. Only time will happen to end everything. The illegal detention, these people have where they detain people who gave them the order. And any illegal detention is organ harvesting and trafficking. There was someone I published again, a confession of someone that was detained by these Esoludo security people. The man said that even so many people have been killed in the detention and they threw them away. Where are they throwing the dead bodies and so on and so forth? And what is happening in Anambra State and nobody wants to talk. They are pushing the narrative to ipob. And the reason why sometimes I look at people who sees all these things and they are talking rubbish, I said, it is ignorance of security matters. And I will repeat this again. There is no insecurity that can thrive where you have government without the government support. No insecurity, no, even though it's Akeda, even though it's Mahmuda, even though it's Boko Haram, they can't survive in 1 week in any country if the government is not involved. No unknown government will survive in Southeast if the government is not involved. None of them. What capacity do they have? Nigeria government went to Kenya to kidnap Nnamdi Kanu. Kenya, not Nigeria. They went to Kenya. If government mean you, if the government want to do something, they will do it. So if I hear about insecurity in the Southeast, I see people who are ignorant. They don't know anything about security or insecurity. Right? Now, another thing is that you see they passed a new law in Nigeria. The new law they passed is that you cannot have access to someone WhatsApp or secret message or Telegram and so on and so forth. Anyway, I think the law is good, right? But when it comes to security matters, we deal with confidentiality. And a part of the training I undergo, if you are not confidential, you can't be a security person because you will be exposed to a lot of secrets about people. And if I tell you what goes on, what people chat on Telegram, on WhatsApp, how they plans all these things, but the law has stopped it. The law has stopped it. You understand? But the truth is that terrorists are operating in a safe haven in Nigeria because they are being sponsored by the politician. That is just it. There is nothing you say about that. Now, these people are leveraging on, the reason that APC government imported terrorists. So for them to keep quiet, they need to have their own boys to rig election, to protect their government, arm them. And the boys, even though they are killing people, doing everything they are doing, nothing will happen to them. This is terrible, and it's not going to go well with the people. I want the people to know the truth. I want people to know what is going on. I want people to understand that there is nothing like individual sponsoring insecurity in Nigeria. No individual is sponsoring insecurity. Insecurity is a government-sponsored insecurity. And I think the rest clips in this video will make you to understand what I'm saying better.
We can say now banditry is an industry in Zamfara State. Last month, we arrested a member of the State House of Assembly in banditry here in Zamfara State. We arrested a district head we also as well arrested a former local government chairman. So you can see that involvement of this class of people in banditry is more making the situation to become more and more complex. So in essence, I can say that all caliber of people now are involved. All manner of people are involved in this banditry. More alarming and more disturbing is the involvement of a district head in supplying drugs to the bandits. So in that respect, your presence here today.
Let me first of all say that the idea of bringing people from outside the country to destabilize wasn't, I didn't say they brought people to destabilize. What I said was that the idea, they actually brought people into the country with the intention that those people will come and vote for them. I think you understand? And they never realized, they never knew, they were never convinced that they were going to win that election because PDP was very, very strong on ground. So the fear was that they were going to lose the election. So the only thing they could do was to bring in people who could serve as mercenaries to come and win elections for them through the back door. But when the new PDP came on board and joined them and to form the APC, and won the election, they didn't know what to do with those people. And in the process, those people became uncontrollable. Many people have spoken about that. You've mentioned that a name now, although I hate to mention names. You've mentioned a name now, you've mentioned the El-Rufai. He talked about them.
Police went to rescue kidnapper in Taraba. Military officers attacked convoy, killed 3 officers and civilians, and then the kidnapper escaped. That is the country that we live in. Law enforcement officers were killed by military and kidnapper managed to escape. And this is the people standing here. Nigeria is...
Every one of us must rise up. The armed forces are not neutral. They collude They collude with the armed bandits that kill people, kill Nigerians. They facilitate their movements. They cover them. If you are depending on the armed forces to stop the killings, you will all die one by one.